Welcome to Breathing Spell, spoken word lullabies for stressed out people of all ages. My name is Amelia, and this is Season 1, Mapping the Midnight Country, an inclusive, invitational journey into your own internal landscape for rest, healing, and growth. Each week, I'll invite you to a different place inside your imagination to unlock your own body and mind's innate wisdom. This is the last episode in Season 1, and the intention of this practice is to offer you a space to send love to yourself at any point in your life. For more information on this practice and others in the series, and to book a private meditation tailored for your needs, go to breathingspell.org. You may find that you fall asleep during the session, and that's okay. I'll alert you at the end that the practice is over. If your mind wanders, that's also fine. Just widen your awareness to include your thoughts and the practice. And the same for any emotions or physical sensations that may show up. Just open your awareness wider to allow whatever arises to be present along with the practice. With that being said, this is your practice, and you're welcome to take it in any direction you like. I invite you to take a moment to find a comfortable position, however you like best. Feel free to take your time and to settle in so you can get as comfortable as you'd like to be. And just seeing if you can get 5 or even 10% more comfortable. Maybe you could wriggle a bit or nestle. And as you do that, you might notice those parts of your body that feel supported. Feeling that connection to the earth, maybe wherever you're lying, or sitting, or standing. Maybe under your feet, or your hands. And as you're doing that, you might notice any sounds you can hear wherever you are, maybe near, maybe far, and maybe you notice silence. And you might also notice your breath, wherever you feel it most in your body right now. And if you haven't already, I invite you to soften your gaze or close your eyes, and we'll begin the practice. I invite you now to imagine a beam of sunlight. Whatever kind of sunlight most appeals to you right now. It could be from a particular time of day. It could be from a particular memory, maybe from a vacation, or just a particularly memorable sky. It could be something you've seen in a picture or a movie or from your imagination. And whatever it is, I invite you to allow that beam of sunlight to rest in the space between your two eyebrows, and to bring to that space anything that you'd most welcome from the qualities of sunlight. And that could be warmth, it could be lightness or brightness, It could be clarity. It could be something else. And whatever that is, whatever you would most welcome from sunlight to rest in that space right now, just welcoming that in. And now the sunlight rests on your throat, in the space there, bringing whatever qualities of sunlight you'd most like in that space right now. And now down to your right shoulder, the sunlight resting there, and down to your right elbow, your wrist, your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, your little finger, and your whole hand now is full of sunlight, and all of the spaces between your fingers are shining with light. And now back up to your right wrist, your right elbow, and up again to your right shoulder, and your whole arm now is covered in light. And over now to your left shoulder, down to your left elbow, your wrist, your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and your little finger, so that your whole left hand now is full of sunlight, and all of the spaces between your fingers are shining with light. And back up now to your left wrist, back up to your elbow, and up again to your shoulder, so that your whole left arm is covered in light. And now down to your chest, your heart space, the sunlight shining there, and bringing to that space any qualities of sunlight you would most welcome there right now. And down again to your belly, the sunlight shining in that space. And down now to your hips, over first to your right hip, and down to your right knee, your ankle, your big toe, your second toe, your third toe, your fourth toe, and your fifth toe, so that your whole foot now is full of sunlight, and all of the spaces between your toes are shining with light. And now back up to your right ankle, back up to your knee, and back up again to your right hip, so that your whole right leg is shining in the sunlight. And over now to your left hip, the sunlight shining there, and down to your knee, your ankle, your big toe, your second toe, your third toe, your fourth toe, and your fifth toe, so that your whole foot now is full of sunlight, and all of the spaces between your toes are shining with light. And now back up to your ankle, back up to your knee, and back up again to your left hip, and back to your belly, up to your heart space, and up again, up to your throat, and now back to the space between your two eyebrows. So now your whole body is covered in sunlight with your light. Your whole body. Your whole body. As you're resting here, you could notice again the feeling of support underneath you. And feel again the breath moving through your body. Feeling the breath within you, and now also allowing your sunlight to expand even farther into the space around you. Letting that light grow all on its own into the space above you, stretching all the way to the ceiling. And now allowing the light to expand all on its own into the space below you, all the way to the floor. Growing into the space to the right of you, all the way to the wall. And now to the left of you, also all the way to the wall. And the space in front of you to the wall. And behind you, also to the wall. And now the light is all above and below, to the right and to the left, in front of you and behind you. The light is all around you, filling the room you're in, all the way to the walls and the ceiling and the floor, and maybe even expanding into the space beyond the room that you're in. And as you rest here in this light, there's nothing to do, no demands or expectations, no way to get this wrong or to do anything in particular. And as you're resting here, I invite you now to bring to mind pictures of yourself as if you're looking in a photo album or a camera roll of your whole life. You could see pictures of yourself as a newborn baby, as a toddler or a tiny child, going to elementary school, or as a teenager, or a young adult, or any point in your life up until now. And you could choose any age, any moment in your life to send your love to give this light to yourself at any time. And you could also give it to yourself as you are now, or even send it to yourself in the future. And so bringing to mind that image of yourself in time that you would like to send your love to give your sunlight to, and to see that version of yourself now as if you're looking in through a window. Seeing yourself resting there, you can see the sunlight shines now on your forehead, in that space between your two eyebrows, resting there. And as the sunlight touches your forehead, it's possible that you can see a small smile beginning to form on your face as the sunlight brings you whatever qualities of sunlight you would most welcome in that space. And the light moves down your body now to your throat, your shoulders, down both your arms all the way to the fingertips, to your heart space. And it's possible now that your smile has grown even bigger and that you look more relaxed, content, and happy. And the light moves down now to your belly, to your hips, down both legs all the way to your feet. And now it's possible that your face has an even larger smile, and you look completely at peace, relaxed, maybe even joyful. And it could even be that you look as happy as you've ever seen yourself. And if you wish, you could extend the light even farther You could widen it to fill the whole photo album, to send light to yourself at every time, at every age, in every situation. And you have the power to expand that light even further, to cover your whole life in the past, the present, and the future. And you could even expand it to bring your light, your joy, and your peace to all the people you've loved at every time, now and still to come. But only if you wish, and it's more than enough to simply be here, resting in this space. And if you're ready, you could notice now your breath as you feel it moving through your body, and noticing where you feel it most right now, which may be in a different place than where you noticed it at the beginning of the practice. And you could also notice any sounds that you might hear in the space around you. Maybe near, maybe far, and maybe you notice silence. And you could feel again the sensation of the earth underneath you, supporting you wherever you feel it. And as this practice comes to an end, you may want to move those parts of your body that feel like moving. Maybe wriggling your toes or your fingers. Maybe stretching your neck or your shoulders or your legs. You could even give a big yawn or make a big stretch with your whole body. Coming back now to being fully awake and present, and opening your eyes if you haven't already. Thank you for listening. This practice is now complete. For more information on this and other meditations in the series, and to book a private meditation tailored to your needs, go to breathingspell.org.